Hello, guys. Welcome to the Black Forex Academy. My name is Laurent. You can call me Black. So, what we're going to be looking at today is actually potential setups that you can actually take and end the week in deep blues, right? Because today is Thursday, one of the days in which the market still has the largest momentum. Wednesday and Thursday is the day in which the market has the most momentum in the market. So today, I believe we can still get a good few trades. Now, without further ado, we're going to be looking at these particular pairs in which I believe you should be having a close eye on, right? Now, the first pair is Aussie USD, excuse me. Now, Aussie USD, as you can see here, right? Let me remove this one first. As you can see here, prices did break below this previous low, right? Creating a new lower low. Creating that means it's in a downtrend. It was in an uptrend, but this just broke the trend, right? Breaking this market structure here, retesting it at a 0.5 Fibonacci key level. Now, from this point here, what I'll be expecting to see is that I'll be expecting to see prices. I actually use the Fibonacci tool here, Fibonacci extension, to actually help me determine where the market's going to go. So from this point here, as you can see here, this 4-hour just gave us a confirmation candlestick. Now it's up to you to look for potential entry points on the lower time frames. Now, what I'll be expecting to see is the market come down here, all the way down here, retrace to this 0.618, and then finish its last move down here. So this is how I expect the Aussie USD to play out. Now, that will be up to you to look for potential setups and potential entry points according to your entry criteria. This is the first trade, Aussie USD. We know that Aussie USD moves in correlate. It's a positive correlation pair with USDJPY. And as you can see here, the USDJPY also broke this previous low, this previous market structure, retesting it, showing a lack of momentum by creating two dojis, and then a bearish engulfing candlestick, right? Although this wouldn't be my potential, my ideal setup, because as you can see here, this candlestick is the anchor candlestick and it's a bullish candlestick while I have a bearish bias. So this is just an idea. So as you can see, I would like to see potential trades come down and fall all the way down to around here, 82,435. But this bullish candlestick here, this bullish anchor candlestick, actually just minimizes my chances of me taking this trade. And I actually haven't taken this trade, but I believe it's a good potential setup. So if it matches your criteria, you can actually take this trade, because I believe prices are most likely to fall all around here to the first target right here, and then keep on pushing lower if they break this potential market structure here, right? All the way to around 0.80, 80. Okay, now that's all about USDJPY. Now, I feel like I should talk about GBPNZ because we took this trade yesterday, right? I sent this potential setup on the free channel and of course with my premium students. Now, as you can see here, prices, after we took the trade, prices did fall around 50 pips into profits, but I did not tell you to go break even for one specific reason. Last week, we did take a similar trade at around here, and then prices fell at around all around until here, and then I was like, guys, go break even, right? I told my students to go break even until prices retraced and then stopped us out. We actually had to re-enter the trade. We did catch a good 200 and something pips, but still we could have caught more if we weren't stopped out at the first trade. So that actually made me realize that this pair needs a larger runway, and that's what we did today. We didn't go break even when it was at 50 pips, and I just let it ride, and then it went back at break even. So right now we're still at break even. We're at entry point, so we are at no drawdown, but I believe the pair will keep on moving down, because if you look at the lower time frames, such as the 1 hour, you can actually see the previous 1 hour closed with a doji, indicating a lack of bullish momentum, right? So that means the bulls might be actually ending their run, okay? And obviously, if we apply the Fibonacci, you can actually see it's a 0.5. golden key level. And another confluence is actually it just came back to retest this broken market structure here. So I'm not worried about this trade. I'm just going to keep on holding it. And if you took the trade, please keep holding it and we'll see how it plays out. If it goes about and hits our stop loss, oh well, it happens in trading. But I believe that this trade will actually keep on pushing lower and we'll see very good profits from this trade here. So that's about GBPNZ. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. So don't worry about it. Let's just keep holding and see what happens. Okay, now another potential setup that I'd like for you as to see, it's actually on EURJPY. Now, EURJPY, with this pair, I'm actually bearish biased. I have been for a couple of weeks. It just has been consolidating through this. As you can see, it's been sideways consolidating, not giving us potential setups. Falsing out here, right? People were stopped out here if they were taking bulls. This was a false breakout, and then it came down here. Well, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's consolidating a whole lot. But as you can see here, from the higher time frames, prices are quite bearish, right? So I'm actually still bearish biased too. You can actually see even from the weekly time frame that prices are in this ending diagonal pattern. This is a bearish pattern. After hitting these prices here, this resistance, it's a very strong monthly resistance. I'd be expecting to see prices keep falling all the way to around 1.16 here, but it just hasn't given us that perfect entry. Now, the last 4 hour closed the bearish engulfing, but I didn't take this entry because as you can see here, prices are still above this support zone. So anything can happen, right? Prices, if they had broken below here, then I would have been much more comfortable taking the trade. But I'm not comfortable taking the trade right now because it's still above this support zone. But what I'll be expecting to see, and is what you should keep an eye out on for, is you should wait for prices to actually break below this zone, retest it, and push lower. That's what you should be expecting, or you should have an eye out for. Okay. And if it does that, your first target should be around here at around 128, because that's the previous market structure here. So if it does break below here, retest it, you should be looking for it to break all the way to around here, 138.42, and then push back, retest this broken trend line to actually fall all the way to the abyss of hell. I'm just messing. But all to fall all the way down to around 116. Excuse me. To fall all the way down to around here, 116, after it breaks this trend line here. So that's how I expect EURJPY to play out. And that's my bias. I believe it will play out. Is now what we should be expecting is prices to break below here, break below this zone, retest it, fall all the way down here, right? Once it does here, retest this broken trend line, and then push all the way down there. So that's how I expect EURJPY to play out. I hope you'll keep an eye out on for it. So let's talk about a little bit about USDCHF, as I believe I sent this trade to the free group after sending it to the premium tool. Now, this trade, we've been holding it for almost 2 weeks now. It still hasn't hit take profit, but we're in deep profits, deep profits, but it still hasn't hit take profit. Now, with this trade here, you can see prices don't have that much momentum, but they're still creating lower lows, right? Creating lower lows. So that means it is still in a bearish bias. It's still in a bearish move, but it just isn't having that much momentum. So if you're still in this trade, don't worry, keep holding. Just keep on securing profits, securing profits, securing profits as the trade keeps moving. That way, even if it reverses, you'll still have made a lot of money from it. As you know, that's how trading is. You shouldn't expect all the trades to take profit, but you should be scaling out of a trade as it keeps on moving. That's how you make the big bucks. Now, that's all about USDCHF, so don't worry about it. Just keep holding it. Okay. Now, we do also have another potential trade. We do have Euro Aussie. With this Euro Aussie, we actually just quite frankly took this trade with my VIP guys. So with this trade, actually what I'm expecting to see is prices push higher, because prices came back and retest this broken market structure here, this previous high, right? And then obviously still falling on the 0.618 Fibonacci key level, the golden Fibonacci key level. So what I'll be expecting to see is prices keep on pushing higher, and I'll see what happens. So this is the potential bullish setup that you can actually take right now if you're actually watching this video right now, or if you are having this trade, if the market is still around these prices while you're watching this video, you can pull the trigger. That's Euro Aussie. Now, I feel like I should talk something about gold too, because we did have the first trade. I did send it to the free group too, this trade here, which is currently running at over 440 pips. Keep holding, don't worry. We're actually still in this bullish bus, as you can see. We did scale in with my VIP guys on this second trade, and right now we are running at risk-free plus 160 pips, but the market is just having it's not having that much momentum. I'll be expecting to see a kick in the momentum as the New York or as the London advances, maybe a retest on this broken market structure here before actually pushing higher. But as far as prices falling all the way down here to our entry point, I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. So if you're in this trade, also keep holding. Don't worry about it. We are in it together. So all those are the trades that I'd like for you guys to keep an eye out on. And if you're having any trades that we are in it together, keep holding, guys. This week is ours. We are milking it. We are killing it. Don't worry about it. If this video has been helpful to you, give us a quick like. Don't forget to subscribe for more future content in the future. Until next time, it was an honor. Peace and love.